Welcome to Live with DJ Rossstar. Today is Tuesday. It's the 23rd of December, 2025. And today on the show, I'm going to talk to my new friend Brian from the band Cheer Up Dusty. If you're watching this live, you can send questions in the chat below. And if you're not watching it live, I appreciate you checking it out anyway. We're waiting for him to come into the chat and we'll get started. In the meantime, I want to let you all know that this show is on twice a week, every week. I'm even going to be on next week for New Year's Eve. Probably Monday and Tuesday. So make sure you follow me on Instagram if you don't already, and hopefully you come back. I've done interviews the last 6 months on Instagram Live with bands like Less Than Jake. Oh yeah, Less Than Jake. I did Less Than Jake. Sugar Cult, Ballyhoo, Mercy Music, and hundreds more over the last 20 plus years. So I hope you have been enjoying the interviews that you've caught so far. And if this is the first time watching the show, I hope you enjoy this one. Cheer Up Dusty is now in the chat. They just need to send me a request to go live and we'll be good to go. So we're gonna have a fun time today. It's the night before Christmas Eve. We'll see what Brian has going on over there out on the East Coast. So if you're watching, Brian, click on send request to go live. Once I get that request from you, we will get started. But yeah, we got Dyride in the chat. We got Jaded Nimrod in the chat and a whole lot more are gonna start popping in. So I'm glad you are all here. I hope you're enjoying this. I love doing it live. Anything can happen, which is why I do it live. People say things and we can't edit it out. Same thing with me. In fact, I just botched this whole intro. It sounded kind of weird, but that's the whole point of live. I can't go back and edit it, and I think that's cool. So, Cheer Up Dusty. We are still waiting to hear from you. And if Ghost has to do something, I cannot help, but you can go out with Ghost if you would like. Ghost is my dog. Sorry, guys. Hello, Ivan. We're still waiting for Cheer Up Dusty to join the chat. There we go. Okay. Here we go. Talking about the dog, not Brian. Here we go. Hey!
Hey man, how are you?
What's up, buddy? Welcome to the program.
No, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it so much.
Introduce yourself. I kind of said who you were, but let's hear it from you.
Hi, no worries. I am Brian /Cheech from Cheer Up Dusty. I'm the guitarist. I also do a lot of background stuff in the band, and I help Dusty and my best friend Justin just kind of, run this project. He does a lot, and I'm, just really passionate about what we do. So, yeah, just really stoked to be here,
Yeah.
and fill in.
Thanks for joining. I know it's the week of Christmas, but I wanted to keep the party going, man. I don't have work this week. I figured, why not?
Dude, absolutely. Now, I unfortunately got slammed, but like I said, but yeah, no, just really stoked. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the band. If people are watching for the first time, what's like when you meet somebody maybe out at your job or out on the street and you tell me you're in a band, what do you tell them about the band? You give them like a 30-second pitch.
Oh, the elevator pitch?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a Philly pop punk band. Think Sum 41, Blink 182, but gritty, full of dudes with disappointed families. Just kind of quick and just leave it out there.
I love it. Is this the same lineup from the beginning? I know you have some stuff that goes back to like 2020, 2019 up there.
So the lore of Cheer Up Dusty is as follows. So it started as Justin Dusty's coping mechanism. He came out and he started this project, Cheer Up Dusty, and it was just him at the time.
Wow.
Funny enough, our now rhythm guitarist produced the first EP, helped him do all that. At that point, in one of our music videos that he shot for We Get It, You're Sad and Damage Janice, I believe our bassist was in that, then joined the band. They had a bunch of music already releasing, and then in the world of DIY, when you're sending people and looking for members, right? Craigslist and Facebook messages, and at a time, I had a band that rapped, and I was kind of like getting myself to go back out there. I saw Justin post for a while, and I really liked his music, and I was kind of nervous at first, but I saw that no one, like he was still posting, so I hit him up. We took the leap, and then I joined, and that was 2021. I always get that, and sometimes it's like turns out it was like late 2020.
So any songs that are out before 2021 are just him and kind of like studio musicians?
So the first album, the first EP was just him and our now rhythm guitarist Nick, who produced it. The second one was him and our bassist Pat. He wrote a lot of the guitars, all that stuff. Um, I joined, and then the first thing us three wrote together with our former drummer Paul. Shout out, Paul is a great guy. Um, was Everybody Hates Me. And then at that point, Paul had left right before a weekender we had. And sorry, shout out a lot of legends. He's a really cool guy. We met in Pittsburgh.
Shout him
Uh,
out.
what is it? Our drummer Caleb Kerr joined, and he was been the Cheer Up Dusty drummer for so long. Love Caleb, right? You'll see him in all the pictures we have and stuff like that. At one point, our bassist has Crohn's disease, couldn't join in. That cued in the producer, our now rhythm guitarist, who filled in on bass for a year, who turned back and said, "Hey, I could help, do a bunch of stuff." And then he joined as a rhythm guitarist, and then that was like the core lineup of Cheer Up Dusty
Dang.
all the way up until October, where unfortunately Caleb, he had some, personal things, and so he unfortunately take a step back from the band and stuff like that. But now chime in our singer Pat's, Justin and Nick's, best friends since they were, 15, 10 years old. Jordan, who was helping out on our last couple of runs, it's like a, just extra hand, like just happened to be there, and he's like, "Hey, you want to drum?" And now that's the current lineup. So
I feel like you just named like 15 members at once.
I know. So we
I don't
went
know.
through,
I don't know. I think you need to write the Wikipedia page and just do the
yeah.
member section with the years.
So we went through the entire lineup of Fish, and we are now at um, this. But yeah,
But
no,
now we're at the best lineup that the group has ever had. That's what we're gonna say.
yeah, we're really stoked. Yeah, we had a really good lineup. Caleb was an amazing drummer, but we have that same core lineup that has been built throughout the years, just with a new member that is still a little familiar for us,
Yeah.
which is really cool because then when you play together, it's not like, you know, there's like a chemistry thing. It's kind of like a team sports thing. You know, some guys can come in and as talented as they can be, you want to be able to hang out with this person. You want to be able to have a kind of like, an unspoken connection, and that really helps just to be like, okay, cool, half the band has it off the bat, and we've already been hanging out. So it's like, I'm playing with a friend that I've always known.
Now I know you mentioned before you just got off of work. How much time, like a week or a month, do you have to devote your energy to the band? Is this something you work on every chance you get, or they call you in
Yeah.
when they need you?
Yeah, I hope none of my bosses are watching.
He's like,
They're
what
aware
other
of the
project?
band. They're aware of the band. It's really cool. They're really supportive. I work for a small company, um, you know, but I do this anytime I'm not physically working on this. I like to be contributing to the band.
That's great.
Our singer is the same way, where it's like he's on it and his breaks. He's thinking about things and sending me things, and and I'm doing the same. Um, it's like making music is such a great part, and when I'm not doing it, it's kind of like you kind of lose like a sense of purpose in a way. It's just like, man, even if, you know, uh, at any like, way, like, as you get older, you face a lot of ways on how you incorporate music in your life, right?
Yeah.
But that's like a challenge I really look forward to because like I love this, and I can't imagine, you know,
Just going to
uh,
work and coming home, and that's it.
yeah, and it's like going to work, listening to music, thinking about music on the laptop, tabs open, I got multiple screens, like, doing stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know, coordinating, staying up at night, like, making dumb reels, before you go to bed, and then, waking up, posting them on your lunch break, things like that. Um,
People love dumb reels.
yeah, exactly. And then just, then at work, you're like talking to new people. We got to chat to the Instagram DMs and things like that. And, that kind of keeps everything alive. It's kind of like, it's like a beautiful journey.
Yes. How many shows did you play this year, or did the group play in total?
So the group played this year. What is it? I can count on my hand. We were really, kind of really getting back into the swing of things,
Okay.
right? So I want to say, shoot, was it Feb? Was it Feb, April, uh, to June, to 3 July? We paid about like maybe like 12 shows last year.
Not
It's
bad, but
fun to do.
you got up
Yeah,
the numbers. Not terrible.
we wanna really up. We're really coordinating at a time where, our singers and every other weekend their dad, as the song, every other weekend dad goes.
Yeah.
Um, and, sometimes, people have got jobs and things like that. So really, we're just trying to maximize. Luckily, we live in 2025, so we can offset, the fact that, if we can't get out, right, we're gonna post, we're gonna make music, we're gonna get it out into the world, we're gonna do all that.
At least do
But
something.
yeah, but we're definitely trying to up the numbers and play more. We were coming back from a period where, um, life got really hard for everybody, in terms, and the time was so little. So, a couple of us looked at each other and be like, hey, where we can, everyone's gonna give it their, you know, um, like unrequited effort into it,
Yeah.
to kind of just lead by example. Like, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do a bunch of stuff for us, just for the sake of, I want everybody to show up. We're gonna have fun and build, like, kind of, um, you know, uh, kind of like not like a standard, but you want to build an environment that's fun. You don't want to look at your friends and then be miserable.
No,
So
it's not like this is your full-time job. You don't have to play a show. You don't have to do anything.
yeah,
You
you don't
want to.
have to be a band.
You
You don't
want to
have
do
to
it.
do anything. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, by doing some of these things, like everyone kind of gets in the reminders, like, we really want to do this. Like everyone's kind of like really stoked, and kind of like reaching out for each other. Um, and when you're working really hard, like that, everyone has experienced this at one point,
Yeah.
and how they speak on it is, or how open they are, transparent they are about it, is up to them, right? But like, burnout is real, and um, overcoming that, through, kind of as corny it is, like through friendships or
That's
something
not
like
corny.
that.
That's real
Yeah,
life, dude.
exactly. And it works. It's just it's as true, and it's led to, us. We're definitely looking to play way more shows. We've already, got a bunch booked, for this upcoming year with a bunch of artists that we really love and really excited to play.
Awesome.
Um, I spend a year. I spend, when I'm not playing shows, because given, we played like, not that much, spend a lot of time going out to support my friends' bands. A lot of bands that come up on my feed and things like that, that are, I see are doing like really cool things. Going in an effort to go come to their shows when they come across the city, and supporting them, or driving out if they're playing close. And that the homies have big opportunities, going out and making sure that I'm coming in with a group of friends and things like that.
Oh yeah.
It's a good thing, I think, and that has also, been really fun, and kind of also, uh, rebuilt the environment to kind of be a really big, community environment.
Well, it is it's almost the end of the year. Let's switch it to something. Let's be positive here. Let's talk about the three highlights of the year. And that could be for you or for the band as a whole. What were like the three best moments of your year? And that could just be for you, Brian. It's not be for the band, but it could involve the band.
Yeah, we'll stick it band related. Like my three personal highlights is, I think, the I'm Not Dying on That Hill music video, the first music video we put out in March.
Yeah.
That was a real fun day making it. That was our photographer Josh's first music video, and I had to like convince him to like just do it.
Yeah, you just gotta try it.
He killed it. So that marked like a key moment in our year that just kind of, took it through the roof.
Yeah.
Playing shows is the best thing you could do as a band. So the second highlight would be the Jersey Fresh run with Friend Circle. Being able to become really good friends with those guys. Having such a sick run. They took us out. They're really great people. That was such a fun time, and the way that capped off in Philly with Altar Boy. Highlight number two, and then third highlight, more shows. I would say Pork Roll Fest. I've been going out to a lot of shows, like I said,
Yeah.
and one of the people that I'm always there with and that I'm always seeing at a show that I'm going to, even if like I haven't texted her, is Tony, aka Pork Roll, whatever. You want to search her on Instagram as, but she put this amazing show on at the end of the year, and watching everybody come out, that was full fun. Like, even outside the band, just a huge highlight of the year, and that was our drummer's last show to send him off. So that was overall so real big memory in my heart.
Was that 3 or 2? I think you did 3. Yeah.
Yeah, that was my third one. So music video, tour, and then a big community show at the end. That was, like a big rally around, people who do a lot of awesome work for all the bands in Philly.
Oh yeah. Let's see. I'll give you my 3. All right, well, number 1, I moved to Austin, Texas, from Nashville.
All right, congratulations.
I love it here, so that was a great highlight for me. I went to France in October for a vacation and a wedding, and that was super cool.
That was sick.
And third, this show, I took a 5-year hiatus from doing any kind of live interviewing, so now I've been back since June, every week, and I'm having such a great time. I was a little nervous at first because I hadn't done it in so long. Like, oh, will people care? Because there's like 500, podcasts you can listen to, but this is live, so it's a bit different. And so far, it's been a lot of fun. I've had, some of the older bands on, I know, like Less Than Jake and Hit the Lights, but then also a lot of newer ones, like you guys and Rematch and Sucker Punch. So I'm enjoying getting to know like new artists too.
Yeah, love all those bands that you just stated there, even the newer ones, Rematch, Sucker Punch. Caught Rematch actually at the Yuki Club last year. And I can't wait to see him again with the new singer. But they shred, man. That's such a cool band.
Yeah. And like I was telling people, I tell people every show, if they are in a band or they just really love a band and they DM me and send me the info, I'll check it out. And if it's a good fit, I'll have them on. A lot of people will look back and say, oh, you only have like these huge bands on your show. But a lot of them did their first interview with me. So like Panic at the Disco did one of their first interviews with me. Same thing with Paramore. Fall Out Boy did one of their early interviews with me. I'll interview anybody as long as they're good. Katy Perry also did one of her first with me. So I'm not just looking for the big names like, a lot of shows out there are trying to compete for who can get the biggest. I just want to get ones that I think are cool,
Yeah, no, and we're really just thankful to be a part of it. Like it really does start around, ground roots, supporting your community, supporting your local scene. It is the key heart of it. I'm already seeing so many cooler bands that I believe are so much better than us.
There's a lot on Instagram to find. It's really fun to see.
Not even Instagram. They're around here. They're like around like my area. And you know what? I think it's cool. I think it's so sick. I am so inspired by it. Like you said, because then you don't know who you're talking to. You hang out with a guy and, next thing you know, he's playing for this big band or sound engineering for this big band. I love the community aspect of it. And, at your local clubs, your local scenes, your DIY events, truly just the best time to do it.
I just like talking to people, honestly. I think it's one of my favorite things, just to meet new people and see what they're all about. And, sometimes I'll do these and we'll keep in touch, and sometimes I'll never hear from the person again. I'm not offended, but sometimes I make good friendships here, and that's part of the fun,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But
oh yeah, sorry.
No,
but I like that you're involved though. Did you go to the big starting line show? I think it was a week ago in Philly.
No, I didn't get to. A week ago, I think was it a week ago now? We had a show. It was the day that the NPK show was, which was, it's always tough.
Yeah.
But shout out because it's really funny. Shout out our friend Tony. Shout out our homie Nikki Lopez, who runs Nikki Lopez in Philly. A few people came out before MGK, stopped by our venue, caught us right at that time, and then just boom, went. They had enough time to catch pretty much all the starting bands. So
Well, I
you know,
mean,
the big venues.
Philadelphia has always been known as a place to go for music. I had on Just Surrender a couple months ago, and Hidden in Plainview came on before their show with the Starting Line. So you've
Uh,
always put out good pop punk bands.
yeah, look at that. And then Champagne Jam with Front Bottoms last week. Look, there's Justin, there's Dusty in the chat.
What's the Champagne Jam? That sounds fun. I know the front
Yeah, it was
bottoms.
Front Bottoms and Leisure Hour, and Leisure Hour is such a great new band too.
Yeah, I gotta look that up. I just learned something new.
Oh yeah, there's. I was explaining to the band just there's a lot of really cool Midwest bands from different kinds of emo and things like that that are just so good. You know, some of them already you'll see them. They're under they're already playing with the Hot Mulligans and stuff like that. But you have right Bed and Quad, Kerosene Heights, Summer Brews. You have Leisure Hour.
You gotta make me a list, dude, after this. You gotta write it down.
Well, absolutely. I got you on a list after this because
I want to know all these.
That.
I'm gonna hit it hard next year, like you guys, and keep on doing this. I'm inspired now. So
Heck yeah, energy is contagious. I'm glad we could spread a little.
yeah, I did the well. I don't know. I don't know how much you look back, and I used to do it in person in my little apartment in Los Angeles. So bands would come over, and sometimes they'd play live, and it was the same thing as this, where people could watch live, but they were next to me. So talking to you through the phone is a little bit different, but it's also cool because now I could interview anybody anywhere. They don't have to be in Los Angeles on that specific day at that time. So this is kind of fun too because it's completely different. And I had a group on a week ago from Malaysia, and I was talking to them, 14 hours ahead of me.
No, yeah, dude, that's I do that at work. The one thing benefits me from working stuff like this is the balance of time zones.
Yeah.
Because I'm currently, so I'm in Philly, I'm in the East Coast. Most of the company is in Idaho. So,
oh, wow.
And then my director is in Wyoming. So they're all MST. And then some of us are still EST. And then we have this whole team, that works at night too. So then sometimes I'll stay up late and things like that. I have West Coast clients. Then I have some clients who have these like really smart scientist guys, really funny, in like Germany and stuff like that. So we'd have to be up right, 8 a.m. just to like line up with like Europe times to make sure that they could do that.
Do you come up with music ideas more so at night or in the morning or in the middle of the day? What do you think?
Oh, that's a good question.
Thank you. I've never asked anyone that. I just thought of it.
Yeah, no. Because for me, it used to be a big nighttime thing, if that makes sense. I would go to school in the morning, and then I would work my delivery job. I'd deliver pizza all day and listen to music and things like that. And then you'd get home, and it'd be like 10, 11 p.m., depending, right? Obviously, if it's like a Friday, Saturday, it's going to be more close to 11. And then in college, luckily I had like my own room. But like I'd sit there at night, and I'd have my guitar, like just my electric guitar unplugged and things like that. A lot of ideas and stuff like that I'd have at night because you'd want to play, and I just set my phone there, or I'll put like headphones in and I'll just play along to the songs just unplugged because that's I'm not trying to piss off my roommates.
Sure.
And at that time, right, there's no modulars really, and I'm a broke college student, so even if there was any around, I'm not sniffing anything in electronic.
I would,
yeah. So, nighttime is definitely for me, and I think it still rings true to this day because there's a lot to do, and I always want to get all the important stuff done so I can just be not distracted. So I'm always it's always between like 7 and 2 a.m., 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. that I'm like writing or, doing that stuff or.
Good time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think being a night owl is a good time for, weird thoughts, crazy ideas.
And you're relaxed because your like job is sort of over for the day. Well, maybe not you, so you have more.
Yeah, no one's going to email me. No one's going to haunt me from my house or whatever. Just. Dinner's been taken care of. Girlfriend's not gonna come down and be like, what what did we do? Like, it's, this got to get done, that's got to get done. I just want to hide in the basement, you know, have headphones on and just play.
So when is the next time you're going to see the group? When are you going to practice again?
Oh, yeah, we just met last Saturday, and that was a lot of fun. We're restructuring the set for the new year, which is really exciting. I'll announce it here first, but we are going to drop a new song.
Nice.
Everyone has seen us drop, You're on Mute in October. We're going to have something coming soon. Not going to say when or when not, but we'll be slowly getting that rolled out.
Awesome.
And that's going to be really exciting. So we were doing some of that stuff on Saturday, just to prep for that. And then I might be seeing some of them this weekend, after the holidays. And then, so just really excited because we have a really great show in February. So that's going to be a big thing that we're going to prepare for.
Tell me more. Where is this big show in February?
So big show in February at the Milk Boy in Philadelphia. The one that's like near 11th and Chestnut, not the one on South Street. So the Milk Boy on 11th and Chestnut by Jefferson Hospital.
Is this like a bar or a club or a restaurant?
It's a bar. It's a bar, venue / also recording studio, depending on where you are.
Oh, okay, cool.
They have a few. So they have the Milk Boy recording studio. They have the Milk Boy bars. And then one of them has a venue upstairs, and a lot of good bands go. It's actually a big space. It's a 200 cap space. That doesn't feel like it until, like you see the pictures, like that's not 200 space. And then you're there and it's like, it makes sense.
We're going to get 200 people there. It's going to happen.
I hope so, no. But we have, there's a band called Anthems from Connecticut. Really cool guy, yeah. There's a really cool guy from that band that I know, TJ Redding, who's a friend of ours, a friend of mine, Jimmy's, who plays in Scooped Up, another band I'll send you. But he's in Anthems. They're coming. They just released an EP, and they're going to be supporting it. We were fortunate to be hit up by them, and we're going to be teaming up with some of other really great Philly bands that I have tons of high respect.
Awesome.
You'll love this name. My Cousin's Girlfriend's House.
That's the name of the band?
Yeah.
I hope they did the grammar correct. I hate when people have incorrect grammar.
No, they have proper grammar. So My Cousin's Girlfriend's House, or MCGH. The guys in that band through and through are really talented. Then we are also playing with Altar Boy, who we met last year. And God, these bands are just so much better than us. They're so great. Altar Boy is another band that I really love. So they'll be playing with us. We got to play at Kung Fu Necktie and a couple of Lansdale shows. They, a lot of horror punk, but as if it was written by Mark Hoppus. And yeah, really great. Would recommend.
Awesome. Hey, before we wrap up, I just want to thank everybody for watching, by the way. And if you enjoyed it, you can follow me. Like I said, I'm on every week, twice a week. You can go back on my page and watch some of the old interviews, or you can jump on YouTube and look me up and find stuff from 20 plus years I've done. Got things on YouTube like me and All Time Low, me interviewing Mike from Green Day. I got AFI on there, Pete Wentz at my place. So check that out also later. Hey, before we go, tell them all the sites they need to check out where they can find out more about you guys. If they want to check out some music, buy some stuff, where can they go?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have in our Instagram bio, we have a link there that'll take you everywhere. I'll take you to the preferred link streaming platform of your choice for our latest single, You're on Mute, which we released in October, and a new music video that you'll also find in that link. We have all our stuff and our new merch at www.cheerupdusty.com. So check that out. You can find our upcoming shows, our music video, plus some of our old merch. So Comfort Colors on discount. And then, at Cheer Up Dusty for everything. We really appreciate you for having us on, and we appreciate you for all listening. Again, thank you so much. I love having these conversations. And
yeah, me too. Anyway, whenever you have a minute, send me some names of bands. I'm gonna go add them all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go stand them. Hey, have a good night, man. Go relax. Thanks so much for hanging out.
Thank you so much for having me.
Bye, everybody. See you next time.